Hello guys, and welcome back to another video, and today we're back with another viewer battling episode. It is episode 4, and next episode, immediately after this one, there will be a twist. Now, they don't know what the twist is going to be, but let's just say someone might have a bad time. Anyways, let's just get started. We're going to start off with Indonesia's goals. They're going to send in volunteer forces to the Bengal-Burma conflict. They're not going to hurt any civilians, but they're trying to capture some territory. And then they're going to let the civilians live in there. Like, they're being very nice. It's basically a protection. Second, they're going to send diplomatic stuff to Malaysia, promoting a union, which surprisingly works out. Now they are in a union with Malaysia, and they promise not to let them into the Bengal-Burma conflict. Now they will begin production of armored vehicles, including tanks, making use of their rubber industry, the second best in the world, and the trade with Japan and Mexico, which is now happening, and they'll be shipping them out in exchange for metals to make more tanks and such. So yeah, pretty good work, Indonesia. And now on to Czechia's decision. After numerous diplomatic talks between Czechia and Slovakia, both countries will decide to form a federation, which will be officially named the States of in Slovak, casually known as Czechoslovakia, or the Sixth Republic. Both states would have a large autonomy within the federation, and they would have their own regional governments and laws apart from the central one. Capital will both be in the previous capitals of both countries. Well, besides that, Czechia have moved their capital. Anyways, as for the economy, they'll start exporting my products from the industries, especially to Eastern Europe. They will start trading with the countries in the Second Little Entente, and they will invest in the industry in Slovakia as well. And they have a flag, really cool, and they are building up their army for any future operation. We now go down to Israel. Their economic action is to lower the country's corporation tax in order to attract more foreign companies to open business and factories in the Levant. They believe it's a good idea because we are on the bridge between Asia, Africa, and Europe. Local factories and global corporations will be more profitable for the countries like the USA. The shipping will cost less because of the relativity to the Red Sea and the Mediterranean Sea, and the companies won't have to pay too much double tax for both countries, whatever a double tax is. Anyways, for the military action, they would attract foreign arms companies with the new economic policy, and they'd lower the tariff over military equipment. Their political action is they'd offer Lebanon, Iraq, and Syria an official peace treaty, like the one they have with Egypt and Jordan, for the sake of peace in the Middle East. I think it's about time, he says. We are now going over to Mexico. Their diplomatic move is they make an underground deal with the Sinaloa cartel to get rid of all their other cartels with the exception of them. The main part of the deal would be more and more stuff related to the cartels. I'd have them not sell or trade anything illicit in the country. With this deal, they'd stop the war with the cartels, hopefully, and they'd send support to that last cartel to fight against the others, which I don't think would work as well as they'd hope, but it'll work to some extent. But still, having one cartel is still a monopoly, so make more drugs. It wouldn't be that great. Anyways, for their economic action, they're increasing the investment in infrastructure and technology and transportation and communication, all that stuff. Expanding the tourism industry, all that jazz. They like renewable energy, agribusiness, and technology, improve the tax and systems, and blah, blah, blah. And the military move is because of the prior mandate of 18 to 25 youths to be drafted. I'd have 1/10 people be a soldier in the Mexican military. I'd have Mexico focus on developing its own military capabilities, investing in its defense forces and technological advancement. Building up its own military strength would give it more autonomy and potentially deter political potential threats from stronger nations. They'd also send diplomatic force of 10 diplomats with an escort of 50,000 soldiers, or 5,000 soldiers, never mind, not 50,000, 5,000, to Belize to begin negotiations with them to join Mexico. Pretty decent decision, Mexico. You know what? I respect it. This is all gonna work out. The Belize thing will wait for another day, Next up, we have Bengal. They're going to implement Islamic war rules not killing civilians, children, elderly, or women. Indonesia's help will be great, and they're going to be asking for Mexico to provide food. China is threatening Bhutan of invading, so they're going to send diplomats to Bhutan to make Bhutan a sub-independent monarchy under Bengali rule and protection. I don't know, man. Seems really expansionist for no reason. Asking Cuba to join the Union/Unholy Trinity, that alliance from the last episode. Would that be great? Like in an entrepreneurial society, import vehicles from Japan and Germany, asking for Japan's help to establish a vehicle industry in Bengal, import metal from Mexico, import metal from Mexico, export rice and other things. I guess that works, yeah. And we have a new guy. We have William of Egypt here. William just became the leader of Egypt. Let's see what he wants to do with Egypt. Military. Egypt will move troops stationed. They will now go to border Sudan with troops because, Sudan's weak, but they would have to negotiate with Ethiopia a bit. And for economic, they plan to stay neutral and set up a trade route between neighboring countries and Africa. They're going to be offering oils and gas. And for the third, Egypt plans to avoid conflict with the Middle East. Egypt sends diplomats to Sudan to discuss buying portions of the country with resources and large sums of money. I don't think they could buy Egypt. I'm not sure if Egypt could buy Sudan, but it would be a really funny thing to see if it did happen. And now we go up to Germany, where they're about to make a huge mistake. First, they're going to fund schools and hospitals more. Now they're going to develop nukes, which is completely pointless. They could have developed something else. They're going to declare war on Czechia again. And that's not good, because Czechia is a part of an alliance, and the alliance will help them push through. And they'll get their old land back, and as well as push into land like Bavaria. So Germany, why would you do that? I'm curious. Are you actually stupid, or did you not read the chat? Why would you do this? You could easily gotten away with taking some land from France, But come on. The only country surrounding you that was in an alliance. I now move over to Britain. And Britain's military action is to increase the training. Their economic move is to sanction Germany, and their diplomatic is to try to ally with Indonesia. And now this causes a scuffle between Germany and the UK, where the Germans are saying they can't sanction them, and then the UK is saying, yes, we can, watch. And the Germans are getting sanctioned. Wow. The Germans aren't strong here. They're not smart. Anyways, let's move on to Japan. They're going to begin to do more trade. Is someone mowing their lawn? Okay, it's not an excuse. I gotta continue the video. They're upping the trade between Japan, Indonesia, and Mexico. And they will be making more communist laws, declaring all schools and a hospital within the country officially government-funded, introducing free healthcare and free basic education. Yeah, they're doing great stuff here. Yeah. For diplomatic talks, they're sending trade requests from Bengal. They're trying to finance a vehicle industry in the country, but that doesn't happen. That will be denied, making it clear that the Japanese Communist Party does not condone Bengal's expansionist action. Good on you, Japan. You don't support the expansion. Yeah, they don't support that, and they don't want to endorse Bengal because the amount of attention they would get from the U.S. would arise. So yeah, now they're going to do stuff. They're going to start diplomatic talks with the U.S. and Hawaii, and they're going to have an official flag, which you'll see on screen now. For their last military acts, Japan will continue to allow Burmese refugees into the country, and will continue to claim pacifism in all international affairs. In the meantime, trade with Indonesia and Mexico will allow the Japanese Democratic Republic to start building up its naval strength a tad more. Whew. Good job, Japan. And lastly, we will end it off with Spain. We have construction going on, by the way, over here. So just deal with it, We have Spain getting a new leader for economic actions. They're going to start building more stores and businesses to help employment in the country. With that, they could get more people working, which increases the riches and help people make money, and money makes people happy, and they're not less homeless. For the military action, they're going to lower the military budget due to having natural protection, mountains and such. Spain will also put some of the military funding. Yeah, they're going to pull some military funding from the ground troops to the Air Force and Navy, as they'll probably need that more in a situation. For diplomatic talks, they want to be peaceful. They want to strengthen its relation with Portugal in case anything goes wrong with them. Spain would also keep in touch with the other nation. Now, this is going to be it for this episode. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. If you like the make sure to subscribe. And if you're not in it yet, you can join. It's in the Discord in the description. So yeah, everybody, hope you have a good day and goodbye.